M&S established 2008, and I don't remember, I could be wrong, but a scenario like this happening, where heading into the final night of the regular season, all 8 teams are alive. As we know, we added an additional team this year, and usually doesn't mean much, but this is amazing what actually transpired, and the scenario that actually got us here, really absurd. Let's tell you all what's for certain. Last night after their sweep, unprecedentedly, Icey Hot, they already headed into the night as the number 1 seed, but they just cemented themselves as the team to beat. All of our preseason predictions were way off, especially mine. These guys who were a bit unknown coming into the season, they all came to play, and that Icey Hot team, it just gelled. They are the, bar none, number 1 seed, Icey Hot. Now, the 2 versus the 3 matchup, that is also set in stone. So far, there's no chaos, there's no craziness. 2 versus the 3, both these teams pretty much deserve it. They had some bumps in the roads along the way, but overall, over the course of the season, they were probably the most consistent. They had the best stretches of ball, aside from Icey Hot. And the number 2 is Chronicles. That's captained by Hank. And the number 3 is Summer Night Kings, captained by Melech. Now, the 4 seed was a bit of a shocker, actually. The 4 seed was secured after the trade deadline. One Mo Time, captained by Mo Haber, just went on a run. The players he acquired, the mix of guys that got involved, and the stepping up, so to speak, over the last month of the season, and that secured them a spot in the wild card. So number 4 seed is One Mo Time. That's what we know for certain. Now here's where everything gets crazy. Now last night, the Party Animals were facing a team that had nothing to play for. They already locked up the 1 seed. And Edmund Beta on the mound, you would think would be good enough to win a game against a team that's not playing for much. But game 1, they got their doors blown off the hinges and they got mercied. And that was like, what? And then game 2 was a classic, great game. 5-4 final, really well played. Party Animals were so close, they came knocking on the door, but they just couldn't close the deal. And they set off this insane scenario, which I'm about to break down. Everything comes down to Wednesday night, and we're going to talk about Wednesday night as well. Now, Wednesday night is a makeup game, and last week, when we were looking ahead at the schedule, I remember having a conversation with a few of these captains, Uri and Sol Towel, and the guys, like, the game's meaningless, I don't know if we're going to show up. I'm like, what are you talking about? The games are being played. Aside from everyone, being a part of the league, we finish out the schedule. They're like, yeah, but it's not going to mean anything. I'm like, you'll see. It'll mean something. And lo and behold, not only does it mean anything, it means everything. The whole season is on the line for multiple teams. Now let's go through each scenario of how it breaks down. Now let's just look at each team individually. Downtown, captained by Uri Adler, last year's champion Kaboom. He went out there and took MD Applegrad, who's having a really good year offensively, but on the mound, up and down, he shows flashes of greatness with his fastball, and then all of a sudden, the defense lets him down, or he gets hit pretty hard, but their team is good. You look at their team, there's no holes around. They're a solid squad. Obviously not good enough to be where they wanted to be, but they could make that whole change heading into the last night. Now, Sol Towel's team, another interesting squad, take 2. We all know Sol wanted to be the pitcher. Didn't get a fair shake at it in the spring, and the YMSL, that catchers Flyers team was just not good. And he wanted to give himself another opportunity at it. So what did he do? He drafted a team that he thought would be conducive for himself to pitch. Now, it got off to a rocky start. That experiment didn't work out too well. And he made a Hail Mary move and put Babon, who never pitched a day in his life, on the mound. and Saul put himself back at second base or a short center, that infield, and that team just started to jive a little bit, and they actually put themselves in position where here, although right now these two teams are in the basement, they could change a whole lot. And I'll explain to you now the scenarios. If Take Two and Downtown split, which is a scenario that is very likely to happen, then the Party Animals, who lost 2 last night, they play Murderers Row in a 1-7 inning game. The winner clinches the 5, and they play one more time in the 4-5. That's a simple scenario. If there's a sweep, however, which is also, it could happen. I mean, why not? If the team that wins game 1 wins game 2, that's usually how it works. If Take Two or Downtown sweep, then the winner of that series plays the Party Animals, who lost 2 last night, like we said, in one 7-inning game. The winner of that game plays Murderers Row in a 1-7-inning game, because there's going to be a 3-way tie. And then the winner of that game advances to play Mo Haber in the wild card matchup. So really, this is all you could ask for when you join a league. You want to have every team alive going into the last night of the season. I am super excited to be there. Wednesday night, I'll be on the call. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5 seed can be really a number of teams. So I'm not going to write it down there yet. We don't know who's 6, 7, and 8, but we know that the 4 and the 5 are going to be playing. Let's see how we get there. Let's see how things unfold. Let's see how things transpire. It's going to be an awesome night, Wednesday night. Season on the line for so many teams. I fully expect attendance to be jammed. I fully expect the ratings on the live to be popping. But I would love to see you all there. This is it. Season comes to an end, regular season, on Wednesday. And then after that, we'll have an idea or a picture of how we're going to go forward with the postseason. We already have our 2-3 matchups set, but let's see what happens with that 5th seed. Let's see who plays the wild card, and then from there, we'll see who advances in the wild card to play the number 1, which is Icey Hot. Is it all for naught, or is someone going to knock them off? And then we're almost done, boys. Great season. Really came down to a lot of fun at the end. All the excitement in the standings. Nobody dead, like we said. And I'll see you all Wednesday night.